Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang channel. Before we get into everything, I just got to say to you all, apologies in advance. I'm not feeling very well. I have this like horrible sinus like issue, flu thing that I'm still trying to get over. I've been sick throughout all of the holidays through Christmas or whatnot. And so I apologize if I cough a lot or if I hack up. I'm going to try to do it away from the mic and or if I don't feel or sound or come across as energetic as I normally do. I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. First and foremost, what's up, Chad? What's up, Matt Mill? What's up, everybody watching live? I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas. It is the 27th of December. It's coming to a year end. And we're going to be trying to finish strong no matter what, guys, no matter what. So I really do appreciate all of you guys being here. There it goes. And I really do appreciate everybody that's been here thus far. With any, oh gosh, I got to get situated here. With all of that being said, I do got to give a channel sponsor shout out to the one and only Kajira.network. If you guys don't know about Kajira.network, you guys definitely should. They've been a channel sponsor of ours here for quite some time now. Kajira is for everyone, as you guys can see, and empowering a decentralized economy for all. As they used to say in the past, guys, it is a place for people looking for sustainable fintech to find those things within fintech, within DeFi. Kajira.network is absolutely phenomenal. I wouldn't just be saying this just because they are a channel sponsor of ours. I was using them and I've been adoring them far before that. But guys, there's so many things that you guys can do on Kajira. I highly suggest that you guys go check out Kajira.network. I really would appreciate it. I know they would as well. The next channel sponsor shout out that I got to give huge props to you is Jocko Protocol. Jocko Protocol is a recent channel sponsor of ours that picked us up not too long ago. But guys, I really like what they've been doing. Not only on the charts, but as far as the project goes, they are a decentralized platform for storage and much more. But they are known for their storage capabilities. Guys, as a content creator, as somebody who has like lots of different types of information and assets, I highly recommend being diversified. First and foremost, one of my first things that I like to do is obviously have a physical copy on hand for any and all of my information and or content. But I also like to be diversified and I like to have backups and backups and backups. And this is a really great way, a cost-effective way, and a decentralized way to do just that. So if you're a platform, like say you're Stargaze, or you're a platform that has transactions involving NFTs, if you're an NFT creator, if you're just a content creator that wants to back up your stuff, your information, your content, your value, consider using Jocko Protocol. They've been doing really well recently, guys. So shout outs to Jocko Protocol. You guys can find them jockoprotocol.com. I'll have the links down below later in the comments. Excuse me. But yeah, shout outs to both of them, guys. And drop them a follow. Drop both Kajira and Jocko Protocol a follow on their socials. I know they would appreciate it. I would appreciate it a lot because they do support our channel and we support them. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into things. Like today's title says, Bitcoin options and ETF update. That's like the talk of the town right now. I think that's the only thing that a lot of people need to focus on. Before we get into that, though, like always, I do want to take a quick minute and cover traditional markets, which have just are going to be opening, have just opened or are going to be opening soon. Yeah, or no. Are they still closed today? Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm trying. I feel fine. It's just like this weird lingering thing. I don't know, man. Trying to kill me. Anyway, in any case, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the markets, into the Dow Jones real quickly. Let's take a look at the Muggle markets. Let's see what these indexes can tell us. Guys, the last time it was moving, you can see that the Dow Jones was up 0.43%. You can see right here, guys, we're at all-time highs. Like, this is insane to look at. Like, we're calling, I'm just going to say it again, right? We were calling this out a long time ago. Cup and handle pattern, really wonky cup and handle pattern. Yeah, man, that's that. Preds, yeah, buddy, you get it, Willie. But yeah, this is one of my favorite hoodies, by the way. The cup and handle pattern that we were showing you guys out, admittingly a little bit stretched, playing out, guys, and it broke away quite nicely. We're back at all-time highs. This has been a phenomenal chart. A lot of people throughout the bear market for crypto, throughout the bear market in general. We're really, really focused, who watch this channel at least, we're really, really focused on what's happening in crypto. But every single time we went live, we tried to show you guys before anything what was happening in the regular traditional muggle markets, because there was a lot of opportunities here. And if you guys missed it, I feel bad, because this was a great last year. This was a great last year. And then actually, in all actuality, crypto had a great last year as well. But the muggle markets, phenomenal, phenomenal. Sorry, wrong cut. What? 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 I'm sorry, guys. Trying to be consistent, but that means some coughs are coming you guys' way. Um, so yeah, absolutely great. Let's go into the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is up so far right now. It's not open right now. Oh no, wait. Futures. I'm okay. Was up 0.6%. So again, guys, same thing. You can see with the Nasdaq. Are we at all-time highs right now? Hold on. Yeah, we're at all-time highs. The last time the market was moving, the last time it was open, we're now at all-time highs. And guys, let me show you guys. If you guys don't know, we were calling this out for quite a long time as well. I come from the traditional muggle markets. We were calling out the 200 SMA strategy before. If you guys want to know more about that, combined with my 4x4 DCA strategy, I really highly suggest that you guys like, subscribe to this channel. Go and take a look at my videos. You can clearly see them labeled as 4x4 DCA strategy and also 200 SMA strategy. We're using both of those strategies together to point out some key places on the charts over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, while we were in this downturn, and we absolutely murdered this. We're already in profits, free and clear, not attached to anything. We're just riding this out and being happy about being rich. But yeah, if things, guys, go south, which I don't think is going to happen, the new strategy and the new target is all the way down here, but let's not even get ahead of ourselves. Right now, this is looking absolutely great. Cheers to everybody that's been watching the channel thus far and who's been following the lead. Not that this is financial advice, but you guys are probably doing quite well. The Russell is up 1.3%. Guys, we broke away from all the resistance layers in the past down here that I was struggling to get above for quite some time. And you can see that right now, we're basically above it just a little bit. Oh, thanks, Chad. I really do appreciate it. We're just above it just a little bit here. But in all, we're still in this channel that we've been in for quite some time for the Russell. Guys, if you guys don't know, the Russell makes up the smaller mom and pop options in the muggle markets. So we still just been ranging within this until we clearly break away. And that's going to be basically right here where I've been sharing with you guys for a long time. 213, excuse me. I'm trying not to like inhale this and let it go down my throat while I talk. Gosh, I hate being sick. Until we break above this range right here, we're still just ranging in this sidewards channel, right? So this looks great. If you took any kind of positions down here when we triple bottomed, great, good for you. Remember, I would highly suggest that you guys always take profits while profits are there, unless you like just being a crazy person. This is still absolutely great. Like we've been calling out this support zone that we saw double bottom a long time ago. It hit it again to a T. And from there, you can see that you would be up if you've been following this channel on the Russell or anywhere in the Russell, 24% over the last 51 days. So Cheerios to everybody that's been following the channel. SPX was recently up 0.42%, trying to get above. This is critical, guys. If we can get above the for the S&P, we can get above and really see some momentum catch win for us. But yeah, we're still not there yet. And I would think that previous all-time highs are probably going to be probably a good level of resistance going forward. But it could also cut through it like a hot knife through butter, right? Like it could literally just fly through it and not even care. We were calling out this another cup and handle pattern for a long, long time. Played out to a T. Absolutely crushed it with the 200 SMA strategy here, combined with the 4x4 DCA strategy. Guys, this is great. This was great. What's up, Kelly Twins? What's going on, guys? I was trying to quickly move through that, but I just want to kind of like point out what's happening in the muggle markets, because we always try to do that. It's all the same liquidity, and you guys got to kind of understand that before we carry on into crypto. But for the sake of the time of the video, and also I just don't feel well, let's carry on into crypto. Before we do that, though, let's go and take a look at the DXY, because I do think that the DXY is at a critical level as well right now on the charts. It's at 101.23. You can see that it's in the negative right now, down point. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Down 0.31%. On the charts, again, we're using Market Cipher as our favorite oscillator indicator tool of choice. We're on the daily time frame here. You can see that, we've been talking about this. Everybody knows that's been watching my channel for a long time. We've been charting this, following this, just like the regular traditional mogul markets. We've been in this upwards channel. Let's go to the weekly here for some time, right? For some time. And we've been calling out this zone right here for some time as well. We're just above it right now, but we're coming up to that 101.1 level. That's critical. In my opinion, it's critical. If DXY does not hold up on 101.1, it has a really good chance of falling on its face, coming down to the weekly 200 SMA, which is right around here, and then retesting the channel low or support band that it's been in for quite some time here, right? Excuse me. Oh, that's pretty. That's so nice. You guys get the raw. I'm not even trying to be a nice professional YouTuber. You guys get me in all of my glory. Deal with it. Excuse me, guys. I'm just yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm watching out for right now. And of course, like I've said many times before, right, with the dollar losing strength, with the DXY faltering and coming down and looking like it's going to repeat itself with its previous habits. And let me show you guys what that habit is. Again, this is the weekly. This is the entirety of the DXY. It goes multi-year downtrend. And when I say multi-year, it's about 7 to 10 years downtrend, 5-year uptrend, multi-year downtrend, 5-year uptrend, multi-year downtrend. First time in ever that we had a multiple year uptrend. Well, guess what? If things don't necessarily repeat themselves but rhyme, we are probably more than likely going to repeat what the pattern has been thus far, and we're going to have a multi-year downturn since we had a multi-year upturn here, right? So if things necessarily don't repeat themselves but rhyme, what's up, Shooter Brown? We're going to have what I think a really good multi-year downturn. And when you have a good multi-year downturn in the DXY, as an investor, you want to be investing and moving your value, moving your fiat into places that could potentially protect your capital and or increase your overall value over a long period of time, rather than holding on to the DXY, which again is losing value, right? Losing its power, and also not making you much by holding it in centralized banks, right? Like, look at, you could go centralized banks, go to traditional savings accounts. You guys get nothing. It's not even keeping up with inflation. Even if they get inflation down to the ground, it's not keeping up with inflation, right? So where do you move your money so it's not burning a hole in your bank account? You move it into assets, into investments. That's what you do. And when the DXY is faltering and coming down to this low point, of which I think realistically, if we have a multi-year downturn, my friends, I really do think I'm going to put my neck out there, just like I've done the past 2 years, and say this over a long period of time, a decade or more, if things necessarily repeat themselves, right? We could see the DXY coming all the way down here with volatility. It's not going to just be a straight line. It's going to look like this, right? But we could come all the way down to 59.43. That's an average. Not my opinion. That's an average of math on the charts as well, just like the 200 SMA strategy. So that's what I'm looking at as far as a long-term investor goes, and like my thesis of everything. Like I'm really keeping an eye on this, and there's some other things that I want to point out to you guys as well when it comes to Market Cipher, the DXY, and all this other stuff. We were calling out things don't necessarily repeat themselves, but rhyme. These red X's on the weekly, right? On the weekly, and these blood diamonds as well, for that matter, whenever they flash, if you backtest it, have played out to the downside. We go to the daily time from here, and I'll show you guys another thing that I'm talking about. Look right here. We recently just had a blood diamond, which is not good, flash. Again, we could find ourselves with a bunch of other things that takes way too much time to go over all this, but a bunch of other things lining up here. We could really find ourselves collapsing on the DXY. There's a lot of people still saying that a soft landing is unlikely, that a pretty good recession is upon us in 2024. Bitcoin is going to thrive in that environment. Crypto should thrive, theoretically, fundamentally, right? A thought process out there should thrive in this environment. That's what it was meant for, to hedge against inflation, to hedge against this BS, right? We're coming up to a halving in April. So not trying to get like the bullishness going for everybody and stuff like that, because I don't try to. I'm trying to just be grounded and really more of a fundamentalist. But like I like to think of all angles and thought processes. So there's that opinion, right? Like theoretically, if all of what I'm saying comes true, people are going to get more risk on with again, not just crypto, but they're going to get more risk on Dow Jones, Nasdaq, SPX, right? People that are investors that are trying to move their liquidity out of dollars into assets are going to be more risk on, because if we think what we think and it's true, we're seeing it kind of play out here. We're kind of seeing it play out right in front of our eyes, right? So what's going to happen, do you think, with Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto markets, especially after a halving? More than likely, it's going to follow suit, right? People are going to move into assets, commodities, real estate, crypto, things of that nature. So that's just I could be wrong. That's why I'm free and clear. That's why I triple plus play. That's why I do all the things that I do. I'm real conservative about my things, right? Like I hate fiat, but I love my fiat. At the same time, I'm trying to always stack it, but I'm also trying to make it work for me. Do you guys hear that? It's like a drowning in it. Ugh, so bad. Hold on. Hot coffee fixes everything. Hit that triple plus hot coffee play. Anyway, let's move off that and let's go into everything right now. Ooh, man. Yeah. Let's not even look at precious metals. I like precious metals as well. You know what? I want to make a video about like the first ever self-custody asset other than real estate that I've owned, and that is precious metals. Absolutely love precious metals, guys. Copper right now, copper looks so good. Look at this weekly chart for copper. Look at this weekly chart for copper. You can't get any better than that. Look at that, dude. Look at silver. Silver too is primed right now. It's down a little bit today, 0.33%, but 24.13 for ounce of silver. Gold, it's at basically fighting for all-time high status. Platinum, I don't even like platinum though. Anyway, PAS, y'all know about PAS. Y'all know I've been talking about that. Almost $17. Let's get it. Let's go into Bitcoin though. Let's talk about Bitcoin options and the ETF updates, okay? Because that's what you guys came here for. You guys are crypto people. Bitcoin is up right now, 0.98%. It's trying to fight to stay above 43,000. We're at the weekly time frame. You're looking at the all-time cycle chart that I like to show everybody here, which represents the cycles or phases in every cycle, right? We have the bull market or appreciation phase, the depreciation phase or bear market, and you have the anticipation phase right here, which is a more accurate thoughts. Uranium? I have to look into that. That's a good question. I'll look into that. Well, I like nickel more than uranium though, but sorry for the sniffles. Sorry for the coughs. Very sorry. But I think those descriptions for the Bitcoin cycles or the Bitcoin phases are the more appropriate terms that we should be using, especially in the next couple of halvings and whatnot. It's going to mature. It's going to be really hard to kind of distinguish between a bull bear unless some crazy event happens that's like black swan events and whatnot. But like, God bless, dang it, I hate this. Right now, 43,000 is the Bitcoin price. We're in the anticipation phase. As you guys can see here, we have a halving coming up on April 2024. Usually, and I must say usually, but every single time, if you were buying during the anticipation phase, you front ran the appreciation phase or bull market, and you did really, really well for yourselves. What's up, Nate? So there's that, right? So I'm trying to like think about everything and be based as much as possible. Excuse me. But here's the thing. Okay. Well, all this stuff sounds super, super bullish. We have things that are like lingering over us right now. And let's be real about it, okay? If you guys don't know, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are smart individuals, you guys have been doing your due diligence. You guys don't just watch this channel. I'm sure you guys have already heard this. We do have, some unlocks happening. What was it for the Bitfinex? And they're overpaying people, which is absolutely insane. They're sending out payments finally to everybody that was caught up in that, to those individuals that's been waiting patiently for forever to get their Bitcoin and crypto. and then they're screwing it up and they're overpaying people. So there's that. So we have those unlockings happening, those payments happening for the Bitcoin. We also have this looming, supposedly ETF approval that a lot of people are like throwing out there, right? Let's be real. Let's be absolutely real, not just get caught up in our bias, okay? Everybody's anticipating this spot Bitcoin ETF to get approved. You can even see it. If you just go ahead and just Google Bitcoin ETF, you'll see this, right? This is from this morning. Like, you see it all over the place. 5 reasons why spot Bitcoin ETF approval could send Bitcoin price above yada, yada, yada. ARC's Kathy Wood sees short-term effect of spot Bitcoin as a sell on news, right? There is that. What's up, Waver? Spot Bitcoin ETF approval may be coming in January. Experts say, here's what, blah, 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 blah. Good gracious. I can't take this stuff. And then you see things like this here. Grayscale updates spot Bitcoin ETF filing amidst Silbert's resignation. Now, I don't know if you guys don't notice this, but like a lot of people were putting out their thoughts and their thinking about how this looks for a Bitcoin ETF. Like, some people were saying this is bearish because the guys that are in charge of everything are bailing on the efforts of a Bitcoin ETF amongst looming approvals, right? Like, if you really thought that it was going to get approved, why would you bail on something now? I'm on the latter camp, though, of thinking, which other people have already put out there, that this is a deal with the government in order to get those things approved. If you guys don't know, recently the SEC has been approaching all of these individuals because, again, it's not just Grayscale who has a spot Bitcoin ETF out for approval. It's all of these: ProShares, Grayscale, Vanek, Valkyrie, Bitwise, Investico. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. All of these have ETFs looming for approval, and they called them all in, and they asked all of them to revamp, revise, reword, restructure certain parts of their request for an approval in their ETF before the timeline happens, right? I think in regards to the Grayscale, which I think, of course, and I'm not going to FUD this, I do agree. I think it's the more important one of all of them. If any of them have the chance of actually getting approved, it's going to be Grayscale. But for Grayscale to increase their odds and to come to terms with the SEC, with the government, to make sure that it actually happens, which, mind you, Grayscale has had one ETF ever not get approved. So that's their track record, and they have hundreds. In order for it to be done, this gentleman, who's been caught up in many legal litigations, had to be removed. I think that was just one of their stipulations. What did you guys think in chat? Did you guys think that's more than likely what it is? Because that's what I think. Like, I could be wrong, but I think that's good. That's process, right? That's process in the application. That's them looking like they're giving and taking. I could be absolutely wrong, and the bearish people could be absolutely right about this. This could be like not a good look, and there's always that chance. But why wouldn't they just deny it? If they're going to deny it, they didn't need a reason to do this. They would just deny it, right? So what do you guys think, chat? That was my question to you guys, is what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Excuse me. Also, thing that I want to pull up for you guys here is if you guys, okay, I've been investing for a long time, so this is not just a crypto thing. But there's options out there, and there's option players, right? Big whales and companies and stuff like that. Like they like to bet on the open interest, and options is the way they go about doing it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Excuse me, guys. I know it's hard. Love me for just being a person. I'm trying my best. In this market, there's all kinds of options out there, but the way that it's usually typically structured is you have weekly, I believe, even especially in crypto, daily options, you have weekly options, you have monthly options, you have quarterly options, and then you have annual options, right? So there's like 4 different types, 4 different timelines. Excuse excuse me, that are preyed upon or played upon with these option traders. Um, if you guys don't know, we're coming up to the end of 2023, and that means a huge options expiry for Bitcoin. Will says making changes is better than denial outright. That's what I think. Ooh, excuse me. That's what I think. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, this is CoinGlass, and excuse me for the pop-ups here. You guys can see that there's a huge December 31st. There's a huge, I'm sorry, not 31st. What is it? 29th. 29th. What is Friday? What is the Friday? Is it the 29th? Hold on. Yeah, last Friday of the month is the 29th. Excuse me, 31st. Oh, I'm dying. I'm pretty sure I'm dying. Hit the like button because I'm trying. I'm dying for y'all. I'm just joking. I'm not dying. I'm not gonna die. I'm not going nowhere. Anyway, you can see here that it has a huge options expiry right here. The puts and calls being played right now on the markets. And if you guys don't know, call option. I'm gonna try to explain this the best I possibly can. Basically, like if you are an options trader, you're gonna know this. But if you guys don't know, if you put a call option, that is you taking the bet that you believe the price is going to be higher. Like it's basically like going long. And if you take a put option, that's you being bearish on the price in the future. And as you guys can see this right now, I'm dying. I'm dying. As you guys can see this right now, it's there's a pretty good amount. There's a pretty good amount out there right now. And this is, I believe, just on Durbit. Durbit. I think I say that wrong every single time. So if you guys can see here, let me get my ugly face out of the way. If you guys can see that highlighting up there, this is just Durbit. Now, if you go to all of them that's on here, Binance, OKX, they all basically have similar charts or looking charts here for their open interest. I think, and if you guys also, let me go here. If you look here, this will show you. I wish Restream would just follow where I'm looking instead of me having to close this out and reshare it every single time. So I apologize. If you look at the Durbit chart here, you can see where the vast majority of that open interest is, right? If you guys following along here, you guys see this here, right? You can see that there's a good bit at 40,000, right, of calls. There's a good bit here at 45,000. You guys can't see the screen. Can you see the screen? Oh no, is it scrambled? Oh no. It shows it just working fine right here. No, no, no. I'm just going to go back to using OBS. I can't do this. Hold on 1 second, guys. Is it still scrambled on YouTube? Hold on. Is it still scrambled on YouTube? No, it's there. Okay, that's there. Okay. Cool. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Once I close and reopen. Okay, I'm sorry. So if you guys can see here, this will show you guys where the vast majority of these open interest is, right? On the charts. You can see right here, 40,000. There's a good amount of calls right here. The strike price is what we're talking about. You can see at 45,000, there's a good amount as well. And then there's a lot right here at 50,000. So there's a lot of interest right now within those ranges. And right now, excuse me, you're seeing ourselves fight for 43,000 right now on the charts, right? Now, with everything that I'm saying here, what I'm trying to get at is this could go either way, to be very honest with you. Yeah, it could. It could, okay? Because with the open interest, it's good, right? With the open interest, because you see that there's not a lot of bearish people right now. A lot of those bears, they did what they needed to do before they got stuck in this position, and or were already liquidated earlier on in the previous couple of expiries, right? So the bears kind of got wrecked already. But here's the thing. Here's the X factor, right? is, and if you guys don't think that this is possible, this is the reason why I do what I do. Because I want you guys to not get caught up in just the FOMO, the blinder, having the blinders on all the time. I want you guys to be a lot more conservative sometimes. I'm not saying don't take risk. You got to take risk as an investor. But man, if we get a denial for an ETF, what do you think is going to happen? Like, in all seriousness, let's just say we actually do get a denial. And let's be fair, because what we've got thus far has been denials every single time, right? I think a lot of people get caught up in this. They see that they think that the market owes them something. The SEC owes us this. We've been working too hard. Like, this has to happen. I want you guys to know right now, I've been in this market for far too long, not crypto market, but markets. Look at my gray hairs. I'm telling you guys right now, there is a strong possibility that shit don't happen. I'm being real. I want it to happen. I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, crossing my eyes, and crossing my nose. I can't do that. I only got one nose, but I'm trying, right? I want it. I want it, but what I want and what happens, a lot of the times, two different things. So I'm not trying to take the wind out of your sail. And I'm not trying to say that can't happen. Yes, there's a lot of bullish things right now, right? But don't be stupid. Like Joe said, I see something here. Joe says, every chart just looks prime for profit taking regardless of fundamentals. I'm putting limit orders rather than buying right now. Yeah. The buying should have happened during the bear market. Like we've been telling you guys for a long time, right? If you're FOMOing right now, I get it. You probably don't watch my channel. You probably don't watch Joe's channel. You probably don't, you're not involved. You probably walked away during the bear market and tried not to pay attention. And that's fine. I'm not trying to shame anybody in that. But the time to be a savvy, smart, active investor is during the hard times. It's during the bloodshed. It's during the uncertainty, right? Ask me if I'm taking any kind of risk right now. No, because I don't have to. I'm going to ride this out, and whatever happens, happens. I'm good either way. I've already taken profits. I'm sure as hell, unless it's got some crazy great fundamentals and some crazy backing and all this other stuff, not taking on any more risk that I don't need to do, right? So I'm telling you guys right now, I'm pleading with you guys right now. Sure, put your toes in the water if you have to. If you haven't, if you're anticipating and you're a rogue, you're a vagabond, you know more than me, you just die hard set on no matter what the halving is going to bring positive price action. And you could be right. Let's be real. Look, zoom out when in doubt, right? We're on the weekly time frame. This has been nothing but an up and to the right chart. So screw what I'm saying, right? This has been nothing but an up and to the right chart. So screw what I'm saying. But I really care about you guys that watch the channel, that come and listen to me rant and all this other stuff. Manage risk appropriately. Just your toes, my friends. Don't let the sharks bite off your whole damn leg. Don't jump in the whole freaking water waist deep. Don't let them take it all from you. Toes only, right? This is a long base hitting game. This is us scoring base hits over a long period of time. This is us jabbing our opponents to death, winning the fight by points, right? We want to be here for the long haul. You got time, unless you wreck yourself and then you don't got a dime, you don't got time, you don't got nothing, and you're going to not be in the game anymore, right? So I feel like it was as I'm watching all this stuff take place, as I'm listening to all these people who are influencers or whatever you want to call them, they're not really good investors, right? And I'm an investor. I'm not a trader. I'm an investor, which means I have a long time horizon most of the time when I'm looking at stuff. I make moves a lot slowly, a lot more calculated, with a lot more weight. I don't over leverage either, right? I look at things on a daily, weekly, monthly. I don't get caught up in these small, I don't even care. I don't even care about all that other stuff. But yes, we could. You can see Bitcoin's price. We're up $100. We're up 1.38%. All those things that I said earlier on could play out. The open interest, the halving, the Bitcoin approval. By the way, I got a caveat, right? We get the ETF approval, bro. Yeah, it's going to be like Kathy Wood says, and I'm not stupid. It's going to be a bit of a sell the news. Sure. Because people like me are already taking profits. Like Joe said, this looks like a great take profits place. Are you kidding me? This looks like a great take profit place on the charts. Let me show you guys what we're talking about here, right? Let me zoom back out on the daily time frame, my friends. On the daily time frame, from when we bottomed out here, bear market anticipation phase here, when we bottomed out here to where we are right now, you're up 175% on your Bitcoin position if you caught the bottom, which nobody catches the bottom. That's why you DCA, right? But let's just say you're still up anyway. Let's cut that. You're still up over 100%. The previous year, you're up 100% on the Bitcoin asset if you are actually paying attention and DCAing. Like I said, the time to have been taking positions was throughout all of this, not now. I mean, if you're new, if you want to, if you're like whatever, but it's not now. Now's not the time to push all your chips on the table. Now is the time to say, I'm good. I'm good. Right? Uh, Kelly says, not buying now either, unless there's a serious flash dip, holding it till the bulls come in. Joe says, I'm very cautious. However, if we get Bitcoin dip down to low 30s, I'm probably going to play with leverage and something. Yeah, well, that's like, ooh, what happened to my Elgato thing? Testing, testing. Oh, you guys can't hear me anymore. I don't know what happened. Oh, geez, Louise. Can't hear me at all. You can hear me. Okay, you guys don't need to see my. I don't know what happened to my camera. I use the Elgato thing, like virtual camera. So it's okay. I'll take my ugly face off of it. You guys don't, so long as you guys can hear me, that's what really matters. But yeah, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm having all kinds of issues today. So, like, in all honesty, that's my view on things right now. That's okay. I'm sorry, Waver. I'm sorry. Got my ugly mugs off the camera. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. So let's. I just want to make you guys aware of that, right? Like, I don't want you guys losing your shirts, getting wrecked. There's a good chance. There's a really good chance, and I'm not just like trying to make it up, but we've been told no thus far. There's no reason that they can't say no again, right? And then, oof, we might get that flash crash to 30K. And then, yeah, I might actually, I will probably buy more if it gives me that, but not at this price. But not at this price. Anyway, you guys get what I'm saying. Let's move off of that. Let's actually go into some of these other cryptos real quickly. We're going to stay on the daily time frame. We're going to fly through this. If you guys want me to chart anything or take a look at it, we can do so. But that was my main two things that I wanted to talk about today: the Bitcoin options and the ETF update. So it's kind of conflicting, right? You have options, which looks good, which looks pretty good, to be honest with you guys right now. Oops, excuse me. I guess I shouldn't do that until I actually bring this up here. But the options look not too bad, right? They don't look too bad. But we also do have that lingering. Well, we have two things. We have payments going out for Bitfinex, and then we could be rejected for an ETF as well. That could literally happen. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump back into the charts real quickly, guys. Pardon anybody watching later after the live stream. I'm a mess today. Deal with it. Crow right now up 2.14%. Though on the daily time frame, not looking like it's not bad, but not looking all too great right now. As far as like, I'll be honest, getting over previous, and it's not hard, previous support level. So that's basically an average of where we are for Crow. Like, look at the bottom butts right here, right? Like, we came up to there. Usually previous support holds up as resistance going forward. Not to say that, things don't necessarily get better. This does look not all too bad as far as like a pattern goes, but I'm not even going to get into patterns right now. But like, again, not looking all too good right now. It does look like it's trying to just go sideways for this. But that's what's happening with Crow, trading just underneath 10 cents. Better than where it was. Dot right now had a great run recently. I don't know why. had a really good run recently. But DOT bounced off of our points of interest, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I had points of interest, but I wasn't interested, so I didn't buy this. But in any case, they were there. They've been there for a long, long time. Came off with 361 like a freaking, like it fit a glove, like it was meant to do it, guys. Boom, came up here, having a tremendous run. Somebody tell me what's happening. I wish Funky was here so he could tell me what the hell this is within DOT. What's happening within DOT right now? I saw a couple of like, what was it? Some of their altcoins, some of their parachains like do really, really well. But what was happening in DOT that made that run? Nobody knows. I don't know either. Not even trying to shame them. Solana right now. Solana looks primed. I don't care what anybody says. Solana, just off fundamentals. As a trader and investor, when something pumps this hard, this looks like a really good place to start like putting in shorts. I'm just saying, taking profits. Maybe not taking plenty shorts, but like definitely taking profits. Dot had a bunch of unlocks, and I think it was oversold leading up to that. That makes okay. No one was going to sell their unlocked DOT at this level. Yeah, that's true. That's true as well. Bro, I had so much DOT earlier on when I was like unsure which one was going to win. I had so much Cosmos and DOT. Oh man. I think I sold my DOT like I didn't do like super good. But I think I sold my DOT like I think it was like $25 or something like that. I bought it like $12 or something in the past before. Anyway, let's move off of Solana. Solana, like again, guys, like what? It's fast. It's fast. I'll get at that. And I'm not fudding Solana. It's fast, and it could very well like hold up to the narrative, right? It could. But what the hell is happening on Solana other than speculation of airdrops? I know they got NFT stuff, but is there NFT holding up everything? Both lost. So there you go. Sell for the win. I don't. That's funny. That's funny. You ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong though. God, we wish Dot and Adam wish that it looked like the Solana chart. That'd be nice. But I'm just saying, like maybe, but do they have like a booming DeFi? Yeah, like I don't understand it. I get it, obviously. I think it's obviously institutional or like big money players, right? Like obviously. And the Solana has that backing already, but like you need retail at some point, right? If they came back with like what they had before with their NFT, when NFTs were like just booming over there, was like their D gods and stuff like that. Was it D gods, whatever they're called? And then they had like a booming like DeFi ecosystem, which you're not going to get that if the chain is, it's been doing well thus far, but like with the track record of the chain shutting down, you're not going to get DeFi like you want DeFi. Solana is a heavily subsidized network. They probably need higher fees. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Like to me though, I still have Solana free and clear for the long haul, but this just looks like an obvious place for me and everybody else to be taking profits. And I think some smart people are doing that, but at the same time, people are just risk on right now with Solana, which I'm 50-50, I guess is the best thing I can say. I just don't see it. They got a phone, they got all this other stuff. I need to see a booming DeFi ecosystem within Solana. I need to see really good NFTs being actively traded back and forth there, and I need to see a little bit more. That's not to say I didn't get some Solana though. I did. Ethereum right now up 4.4%. Look, I'm just going to say this. You talk all the shit you want about Ethereum. It's still what it is. It's always going to be what it is until it's not. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Solana, not Solana, Ethereum up 4.47, trading at 23.31. Guys, It needs to get above, and if it does, it needs to get above this previous average level of which was once support for it's going to be resistance. If it does catch a bid and pop back up of another $200, $300 to $2,600, if it can pop above that, you're going to see it fly. You're going to see it fly. You're going to see it fly. But Ethereum has a lot of problems still, man. Still has a lot of problems. But when I say that, you got to understand that Ethereum's problems is also its double-edged sword, which is it's its biggest assets as well, right? It really is. And if you don't understand that, then you need to be in the game a lot longer to understand money and how people abuse and use money. That's what it comes down to, a liquidity, right? It just is what it is. It's the number 2 chain right now until it's not in crypto. The only other thing that has more liquidity on the chain is Bitcoin. So Joe says Solana has a lot of active wallets and good amount of stablecoin liquidity. That might be enough. Could be, yeah, it could be. It could be. I want to see though, because like I don't know. I liquidity wants to be used. I really wish you guys could see my face. Liquidity wants to be used. And even if it has a lot of stablecoin liquidity, whether it's even in just assets like volatile liquidity and stuff like that, assets, right? It needs to be used. So unless you see a booming DeFi ecosystem or something that is demanding activity, what good is it? So what? Would love to see a chart. What's up, Roganot? Long time, man. Would love to see a chart of ETH gas fees versus total crypto market cap. I bet it's like #1 indicator of crypto usage. Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, I'll try to see if I can find that. Actually, I'm not. You know what? I'm just gonna stay on TradingView because my camera's weird and it's weird whenever I try to switch screens. I can look it up next time. I'll have what was it? Watch the Burn or whatever, or Ultrasound Money is the website. Willie says, I still don't get ETH. So expensive to move anything, but speed isn't anything great. But there is so much liquidity, even projects I like. Yeah. Yep. So let's move off of that, guys. Guys, again, all of my assets, it's easier for me to say this because it's free and clear a lot of times. If we can clear this previous average support level, like let me just draw this line so you can see this a lot better, right? Like, look here. Look, I know we dipped below here. And obviously, like we had all of this, right? But look at this. On average, this was once support for price action and resistance, and then support before we wick through that, right? If we can cut through that, shoo, that's all I'm saying. Adam right now was above $12 at one point. It's up 1.87%. Adam not doing all too bad. We hit this to a T, so 90 boo-boo, stick your head and doo-doo. I don't care how anybody feels about this. We were calling out 750, 650, and 460 for a long time. We hit our 2 zones of our first 4x4 DCA strategy, and we are on our way, my friends. Right now, from there to here, you're up 86%. You're welcome, like Moana. I know I say the same things all the time. It's kind of annoying, but I just love it. I have my thing, right? Guys, if we can get above, again, same thing. If we can get above, and the market makers, the influencers, the powers that be, call them whatever you want, the Sith Lords, the inner circle, the whatever you want to call it, right? When it comes to Cosmos, I'm not going to get into all of that stuff, but you guys do know that there's powers that be that control Cosmos. If they decide to want to let it run, I can show you guys the wall right here, but it's right here in front of your face. We can pop very violently back to $20, $35 real fast. Don't think that it can. Do not think that it can. It's sitting there right in front of your face. It's sitting, I don't even care. Narratives, whatever. Like, let's take a look at this right here. Right? Look at this support that we have right here. If you guys don't know, this is the VRVP wall. If we pop from here, let me just pull this out a little bit. We have this gaping weak section of the wall until more of it protrudes outwards, right? That's just real. That's real right there, right? Look at this foundation level of support that we've had for a long, long time here. And if we zoom out, you can see that we can pop. This is a weak level in the wall right here. We can pop up next to the next levels. Where's that? $20 to $25. That's it. So it doesn't even need to make any sense. It's right there. There's no decentralized POS network. The Genesis allocations render the Nakamoto coefficient and the other indicator completely useless. It's a mirage that knows how Atom is controlled. Yeah, yeah. All of this, like all of the rhyme and reasons that people try to throw out there to get you to watch their channel or like justify their rhyme or reason, whatever stuff they're regurgitating out there on the platforms, especially in Cosmos. Like that's all I gotta say about that is right. I'm telling you right now, it could happen. And it could also happen to the downside. That's why I even said 4x4 DCA strategy. Nobody liked this, but let me show you guys, right? I called it. It's easy for me to say this because people can justify this 750, 615, 460. People are like, oh, yeah, you're not that crazy. But I even have 80 cents 4x4. That means there's a fourth protecting myself. Joe says, we also saw how controlled Solana was by FTX, plus the front running and intent. Yep. All of that stuff comes into play. Fundamentals are way more important than anything you're seeing as far as TA on the charts, because TA is a lagging indicator of what's actually happening or had happened already fundamentally for any chain, for any freaking chain that's not Bitcoin. Period. Kujira down 0.45%. Shout outs to my channel sponsor, Kujira. Absolutely love them. $4.46 though. Still looking really good. I don't care what anybody says. Still looking really, really good. Needs to have these downturns after having price freaking skyrocket to the upside here. If you guys don't appreciate the ebbs and flows when they come, then you don't deserve the profits. Like you just don't. Let's just be really real. If you guys like want to fudge yourself emotionally every single time and say, why this is unsustainable, I told you, and all this other stuff, get the hell out of here, because you don't know what you're talking about again. Like you have to have sellers to have more buyers. You got to have like these moments of when we come up and we go down. This is why we have stair-stepping movements, right? Go up, come down. I like to call them Dr. Seuss because they're not like this. They're not like, traditional stairs. It'd be ideal if it could be like that, but it's not real. You have your ebbs and flows. You're creating higher lows. It looks like Dr. Seuss because who climb stairs like that. But that's what you need for sustainable price action. I would not care if Kujira just goes like this for the foreseeable future. I don't care. It could go sideways right here for a long, long time. That, all in all, would be a huge step before it goes up to $10. And then when it does, when all of you guys sold and all this other stuff, I'm going to go 99 boobies, stick your head and doo-doo. I had patience and you did it. I just believe. I could be wrong, but I've already taken profits, so it doesn't really matter. But I just believe in the Kujira team already. They've proven it to me, so I don't care. But I'm also conservative, so I take profits, and I'm free and clear. So there's that. I agree with you too, Joe. Joe says the biggest Bitcoin asset is that Genesis wallet that was never touched. If that wallet ever even flinches, if it even twitches or moves, I'm out. I'm out of everything. Everything. Absolutely everything. And I hope you guys do too. If that thing ever even just winks, I'm out. If Kujira goes sideways for 3 to 5 months, it would probably mean profit taking combined with new inflow of buyers. Yeah. I can only imagine. Stars are now catching a pretty good bid, up 2.49%. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to everybody else. By the way, I didn't do the stars circles yet. I want to do that later, but it's trading at 0.033. Excuse me, I'm dying. I really hope we see it return to glory. Not all-time high glory, because that's just being unrealistic about a lot of things, unless like just all the floodgates of bullishness just come in. But man, I really hope that if we can get above, honestly, if we can get above like, what is it, 0.5? 0.6. If we can get above 0.6, bro, you better be ready. Later, Joe. Can't wait for our space, man. Hopefully I feel a lot better and not hacking up. I really appreciate you coming by. Guys, check out Joe's channel. Another great streamer who doesn't have their camera turned off. Have a great day, everyone. I have to produce some videos today while my kids at school. I'm like, you gotta produce your videos, man. Osmosis had a really big run as well. A lot of people, I don't like Osmosis. Got issues still as well, along with Lavana, but down right now, 1.08%. You can't. Excuse me, burp in your ear. You can't get mad at that though. Like it came from down here out of nowhere. Boom to where it's at 656%. Link for Cosmos Joe. Oh, do you not have it? You don't have Cosmos Joe? That grumpy, sexy old man over there? Here, I'll share with you the link. This is Joe's channel. I'll share the information of water in the desert. Great streamer. Great streamer. Chihuahua down 5.4%. Also, again, like I said, you got to appreciate the ebbs and flows as they come. Secret down 0.54%. Oh, gosh, dang it. I really wish you guys could see. So I have some great news. Not in regards to Secret per se, but I'm not going to let the secret linger. We're going to be talking a lot more about Shade. Yes, I've had my thoughts and my opinions, my criticisms about Secret. I've told you guys before, though, I kind of like really find Shade and Silk interesting. So yeah, more positive information about the channel and Shade soon to come. We're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna put ourselves out there. Shout outs to the guys. Check them out. Let's go on. AVAX down. I have some AVAX. I'm going to cover this real quick. Down 2.48%, but tremendous run recently. ADA up 1.19. Akash up 1.3. Guys, Akash, do not fade Akash. Do not fade Akash. I think Akash has, in Cosmos, has one of the best narratives going for itself. Don't fade Akash. Link right now up 6.43%, having a great time, trying to find itself breaking away from 1515, where I told you guys is a point of interest for me. The graph also, if AI, Akash, and all this other stuff do well, I've been really looking into the graph, even though this looks horrible, but you want to buy stuff when it looks horrible, right? Not financial advice, but they're going to need indexing. And this isn't like a total like link and all this other stuff, but like just keep your eye out for the graph. Let's see here. Just pull out some Render. We used to talk about Render quite a bit. Render had a humongous run. It's down right now on the day, 2.14%. But watch out for Render as well. Again, these things that actually have product market fit in the future. You guys know on Maneki people, I was talking to you guys about using my miners for Render, and I couldn't get on the wait list though. Or I got on the wait list, but nobody ever got back to me. We are mining Zeph though. What else is interesting here? Other things in the Cosmos. Neutron right now down 5.32. But again, look at this chart. You want to call it down, say whatever you want. It's down just from wherever. I don't even know what the hell to say about that. DYDX up 3.06%. TIA, same thing, down today 2.28%, but basically just going sideways right here. Zephyr up 4.56%. Guys, let's hold this conversation for later. I want to do something really interesting when it comes to proof of work and proof of stake within the Cosmos ecosystem when it comes to Zeph. I've said it a few times, but I'm not going to say it right here. I'm mining Zeph. Right now we have 33.6 kilohash or kilo hash going on. Yeah. Juno right now. Shout out to the Juno community. If you guys don't know, I'm on an Operation SubDAO for the Juno network. Juno trading at 70 cents. It's up 0.33%. I absolutely love this. If we can get above, guys, if we can catch a bid and get above some like about 85, 87 cents, if we can just like maintain ourselves here, get some like really good bullish momentum going, which hopefully, again, I can actually produce some narrative for this here certainly, I guess not with certain, but like maybe soon when it comes to Zeph and Juno and other things, maybe, just maybe we can get above our previous level of support. But yeah, that'll be really good. Evmos 3.33% up, trading at 14 cents. And Injective down 0.65%. But again, take things in perspective here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for the channel. I'm sorry for my coughing. I'm sorry for everything not really working all that I wanted, the way I wanted it to work. With that being said, that's all I really have for today. I really appreciate you guys chiming in and watching the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like the video, like do all the cringy stuff. It really would help out. I'll be coming to you guys live again here shortly. Hopefully, I feel a lot better. But with that being said,